Hello students, on the last turn we have discussed female reproductive system, its parts, then sexual cycle in female and post fertilization changes etc. Today we are going to discuss what happens if egg is not fertilized. So, students, as we have discussed on the last turn that ovaries produce one of the mature egg every month, but the egg is not fertilized every time because it requires sperm for fertilization, and if it is not fertilized, it lives for about 1 day. And as we know that when ovary releases egg every month, uterus also prepare itself every month to receive the fertilized egg. Thus its lining becomes thick and spongy. Now if the egg is not fertilized, so this thick and spongy lining would not be required. So this lining slowly breaks and comes out through vagina as blood and mucus, and this cycle is called as menstrual flow. This cycle takes place regularly every month and lasts for 4 to 8 days. So this is the what happens if egg is not fertilized. Now we will discuss reproductive health. Like physical fitness, mental fitness and social fitness, the human beings need fitness of reproductive life, and this is called reproductive health. It includes such aspects that ensure a responsible, safe and satisfying reproductive life. And it is our responsibility and the responsibility of the nation to provide necessary information and general awareness regarding reproductive health to each and every individual. So everyone must know that there are some of the facts about the this reproductive health. So these are: number 1, marriage and childbearing. Marriage and childbearing during more mature stages of life are important for reproductive health of a society. Second is complication during pregnancy and childbirth, and unsafe abortion are the causes of the death of women. Then STDs or sexually transmitted diseases that are spread by unsafe sex. All these aspects of reproductive health have been considered by World Health Organization, and beside by the Nation of Health Policy of India. So for reproductive health, these all awareness should be given to all the persons of the society. As we know, diseases are spread or caused by the bacteria, virus, protozoans, fungi and many other kinds of pathogen, and these are called as infectious diseases. Means the diseases that are caused by the bacteria, virus, protozoan, fungi etc. are called as infectious diseases. Some other diseases are caused by physiological disorder. These are not infectious. The infectious diseases can be spread by means of air, water and food etc. as we are observing it nowadays, the disease COVID-19 is spreading vastly due to virus, and this is also an infectious disease. So, we have to follow some of the measures to save us from this infectious disease. Similarly, some infectious diseases concerned with reproductive parts and are transmitted through sex. These are called as sexually transmitted diseases. The infections or infectious or communicable diseases which are spread by sexual contact are called as sexually transmitted diseases, and the common among them are gonorrhea, syphilis, HIV, warts, etc. So, the diseases gonorrhea and syphilis, these are bacterial diseases, and HIV and warts, these are viral diseases. How can one prevent from STD? So, the people should be educated about various STDs. High standard of moral education should be given to the people so that they may prevent themselves from these diseases. They should be given proper information and can save themselves from STDs. Besides that, extramarital relationship should be avoided, and sex without proper precaution should be avoided to save oneself from the sexually transmitted diseases. Now, next term that is there in NCERT, that is population control. Having pregnancy too frequently and giving childbirth at quick succession reduce mother's health and cause mental stress. Beside that, the large families are also cause of tension. This also add to our already exploding human population. Thus, there is an urgent need to have a general awareness in our society regarding advantage of small families, keeping sufficient spacing between successive birth and prevention of unwanted pregnancies. A number of preventive measures or devices have been developed for birth control. These are called as contraceptive methods. These are as follows. So, number one from these is barrier method. This is a method of using physical device to prevent the entry of sperm in the female tract during copulation. These also protect again STDs, means sexually transmitted diseases can also be prevented by barrier method. Example of common barrier are condom, etc. Then second method is chemical method. This is used by changing the hormonal balance of the body so that eggs are not released and fertilization cannot occur. Example of chemical method are oral pills, and that can be taken orally, then vaginal pills, etc. Then third method or contraceptive method is intrauterine contraceptive devices, which are also called as IUCDs, such as loop or copper T, etc. Then other method is surgical method. This method is safe in long run, but may cause infection and other problems if not done properly. These methods include vasectomy and tubectomy. Vasectomy, I mean, this is used in males. This is the method of removing or tying a small part of vas deferens in males. And in tubectomy, the removal of small portion of the fallopian tube is in females, and then the two ends of the fallopian tube are tied together. So, these are the surgical methods. Beside that, surgery can also be used for removal of unwanted pregnancies, but this is misused by people who do not want a particular child. So, for a healthy society, male and female sex ratio must be maintained, but due to some reasons, sex ratio is declining at an alarming rate in some sections of the society. Some people abort the female fetuses by knowing prenatal sex. So, this should not be done, as it is prohibited by the law also. So, this was the methods of contraceptive methods, methods by which unwanted pregnancies can be stopped. Beside that, people should know that the family size makes the standard of living. This could also lead to inequality in society. So, to improve the health, wealth of the family, family size should be maintained. This could also improve the health of the women, who is the backbone of the family, society and nation also. So, if women are healthy, the family, the society and the entire nation will progress. So, this is all about the chapter. Thanks a lot.